of the 36th Annual Alberni Invitational Wrestling Tournament. I'm your host, Nancy Wilmot, and I am here with two of the best in the business, Charles Mealy, play-by-play, and Nolan Badavinik doing color. Nolan, this was a tournament you wrestled in yourself.
Yeah, I competed in this tournament for 7 or 8 years throughout my high school and middle school career, and it's always a highlight to compete at home. Great atmosphere, great event.
And it kind of led on, you were a provincial champion as well.
Yeah, this was actually the last tournament I wrestled before entering the postseason, and in 2015 I managed to win the provincial championship, and I really think it was a great tournament to catapult me into that postseason.
Yeah, and actually, Charles, that is a thing here, isn't it? You see some of the best wrestling right here.
Absolutely. We have athletes from all over the province and from other provinces as well in the past come to the Alberni Invitational and compete here. So we do see the best of the best, and it's really nice when we have alumni and champions from hometown that come back as well. So we're pretty lucky here in the Alberni Valley.
We are very lucky. Nolan, what can you tell me about Alberni's team this year? How are they looking?
We have a really strong team this year. We came off, we had both the men's and women's provincial championship team last year, so it's a lot of the same kids. You get to see some really high-level wrestling.
Wow. Well, I know you two have to get your seat because the wrestlers are going to hit the mat.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. It's the first final of the afternoon here at Alberni District Secondary School. It is the 40 to 42 kilo schoolboy weight class. In the red, it's Evan McLeod from ADSS. And it is the technically blue wrestler, but with the red singlet. It's from Burnaby Central, Bruce Malla. And this is a final, ladies and gentlemen. The winner will be the gold medalist this year at the Alberni Invitational. They're going to set themselves up. Isaac McDonald, referee, alumni as well, will be in charge of the action. And we're underway with the first final of the afternoon. No. Case like this, Nolan, tell me what you'd be thinking if as a wrestler.
So you're looking in the, there's a takedown for blue there, 2 points. It's good that Evan's being aggressive out of the gate, but looks like the counter's capitalized. There's another turn. So the blue wrestler is trying to turn Evan's back so that it faces towards the mat. That will score 2 points. And referee Isaac McDonald, seeing no action on the ground, returns the wrestlers to the standing position. You can see the wrestlers here, they're working from quite a ways away from each other, which is usually indicative that one of them will attempt an attack towards the legs instead of a upper body maneuver instead. And we see just that as Evan dives in towards his opponent's legs. Yep, just as he called it, Nolan, exactly what it was, a dive in for the legs, and now he's going to try to take control. And it looks like Evan McLeod's doing his best to cause the action to stop, and he does just that. So as of right now, with 2 minutes left in round number 1, it's a 6-0 lead for the Burnaby Central wrestler Bruce Malla. Yep, that turn actually I think makes it 8-0. Now in wrestling there is what's called a technical superiority or a tech, which is similar to a mercy rule in softball. So if you are down by 10, the match is automatically stopped. So Evan really needs to score here in order to put himself in a good position to rally in the second period here. Hopefully he can make conditioning a factor, as our ADSS athletes are always known to be typically in better shape than their opponents, and that could really come into play here because he's got quite a hill to climb ahead of him going into the second half of this first period.
1:30 left. It is 8-0, as you said, Nolan, for the wrestler from Burnaby Central, but Evan McLeod's doing his best, trying for a leg, and he wants to score some points. And like you said, conditioning will be a factor, and he attacks down 8-0 with the attack. That's quite brave. And let's see what he can do, or if the Burnaby Central wrestler can turn it around and get 2 points.
Burnaby Central trying to counter, trying to get the go behind. He's very close, but Evan is battling in there. That arm, if that arm gets out of the way, the 2 points is awarded. The 10-0 tech from a very tough Burnaby Central wrestler.
Yeah, it's a tough matchup for Evan McLeod, but we'll see him in his future here at the Alberni Invitational. But it is Bruce Malla from Burnaby Central, the gold medal winner. Evan McLeod from ADSS is the silver medal winner this year. All right, next up on the mat, ladies and gentlemen, it's the 33 to 35 kilo schoolgirls weight class. Caitlin Doherty is in the teal, if I'm not mistaken, from Duncan Christian, and it's Olivia Rhodes from Ucluelet Secondary in the blue, the daughter of Mike Rhodes, the longtime coach of Ucluelet Secondary. And it's quickly 2-0 already for Rhodes out of Ucluelet.
Yeah, Rhodes comes out guns blazing there, gets the quick takedown, and then proceeds to get a turn to put her up 4-0. As they return to the feet, I'm looking to watch her continue that level of aggression towards her opponent.
Love that. Every good competitor looks at their coach to get instructions. That's exactly what happened to Olivia. She takes the opportunity. Now she's got looks like some sort of fireman's carry, but gets the leg and gets on top for more, and that's another 2 points. And then now it's quickly 6-0, not even a minute in to round number 1.
Looks like she's going back to that same half Nelson turn she used earlier. She scored 2 points after her first takedown, but Caitlin toughened. She's seen the trick before. She's not going to fall for it.
You can tell the experience. She's been around the mat all her life with her dad, Mike Rhodes from Euclid Secondary, so that kind of experience is going to pay off. It's tough to say experience with schoolgirls, but she's got it, and now she's got another 2 points. It's almost over. 2 minutes left. 8-0 now for the blue wrestler out of Euclid.
And
she's trying to turn her over, and she's going to do just that. And how about that, ladies and gentlemen? Just like that, with 1:45 left in round number 1, it is Olivia Rhodes from Euclid Secondary in the blue, the gold medal winner in the 33 to 35 kilo schoolgirl weight class. All right, next up on mat number 6, ladies and gentlemen, it is the 110 kilo Cadet Boys weight class. Shemana Secondary's Luther Titter in the red, and Anthony Bolanos from Notre Dame in the blue. And the bronze medalist in this category was Mason Bodner out of ADSS, so more success for ADSS. But here we go, 110 kilo. It is the gold medal match coming up.
And you can see the two athletes are starting out with a style very indicative of the weight class. Typically, the larger competitors tend to play a very high-risk, high-reward style, and we see that there, going for the big move, getting it. Anthony Bolanos is your champion at 110 kilograms, Cadet Boys.
And great sportsmanship, that's what it's all about. A quick pin and helping your competitor up, that's what it's all about in wrestling. It's all business out there. But 4-0 was the score, and a quick pin for Anthony Bolanos from Notre Dame, the gold medal winner. All right, next up, ladies and gentlemen, on mat 2 rather, it's a 60 kilo Cadet Boy weight class. In the red, it is Ashton Comden out of Cowichan. And from WJ Mowat is Taran Bhatti in the blue. This is the gold medal match, the 60 kilo Cadet Boys weight class. The bronze medalist was Owen Rhodes out of Euclid Secondary. Quick action right off the bat for Comden as he tries his best to get some points and maybe turn over for a pin. Pretty quick action.
Unless Bhatti here can get his arm out from behind his back, he could be in real trouble here. It's a very difficult position to escape, especially once you're on your back.
He's able to get his arm free, though, so he is able to stand up and make it a match now, but he's down 4-0.
Bhatti tries to counter there, but ends up just returning to the mat. It's no points because the takedown was already awarded, but it gives his opponent a chance to turn him, and turn him he does. Ashton Comden jumping out to a quick 6-0 lead here right out of the gate.
And making sure all the points are up on the board, Isaac McDonald, referee. And it is a quick 6-0 with 2:15 left in round number 1 for the red wrestler out of Cowichan. And another attack. Trying to defend is Bhatti out of WJ Mode in the blue. And he's going to turn it around. It could be a pin right off the bat. What a move by Taran Bhatti. He looked like he was on the bad end of that whole match. But that's how quick it happens in wrestling. Snap of the fingers, turns him over, and the next thing you know, it's a pin.
A well-timed counter completely flips the match on his head, and Taran Bhatti is your champion at the 60 kilo Cadet Boys weight class.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, next up on the mat, it is the 51 kilo Cadet Boy weight class. Gold medal matchup coming up right now. It is in the red from Campbell River, Scott Asu from Carey High. And all the way from Mission, Heritage Park Middle School. In the blue, it's Kyle Fise. And this should be a good matchup. We've watched both these wrestlers make their way up this tournament. And here they are at the final. And away we go. It is the gold medal matchup, 51 kilo Cadet Boy weight class.
And right away we can see Scott moving forwards. He has an underhook, which is a very good tie, and he uses that to take a high crotch. And he's coming up to the head. Looking for the turn, didn't quite get it. Pursuing a different turn here with a high gut wrench to a leg ride. He's transitioning very quickly from move to move.
And he's trying his best. He's got 2 points already, 30 seconds in, and it'll be a stop.
A very active defense there from Kyle. Absolutely fantastic job there to not surrender any more than the initial 2 points off that first flurry.
30 seconds in, the clock isn't running. And it is, so 2:30 left. And the clock's still, there it is, clock's running now. So a couple extra seconds for the competitors, but it's still 2-0 for the red wrestler, but it's the, Heritage Park wrestler tried his best to get on top and was passed through, and now it's more points for the red wrestler.
I'll be interested to see if this match ends up going the distance. These two wrestlers have set an absolutely frantic pace here in the opening minute of this match, and I'll be very curious to see if they can sustain this for a whole 6 minutes. Although with Scott taking the turns there, racking up points, it doesn't look like he will have to. That appears to be a 10-0 technical fall for Scott Asu from Kerry High. And look, that would be Camel River's first champion of the day.
Yeah, very frantic action, like you said, Nolan, but it was a lot of quick 2 points there by the wrestler from Kerry High. Congratulations, Scott Asu from Kerry High, the gold medal winner. All right, next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have the 66-kilo cadet boy weight class. It is Ilya Yakmachuk from Van College, and we got Tyler Peak from Guilford Park. Now, Guilford Park is in the green, if I'm not mistaken. Van College is in the purple, and this is the 66-kilo weight class, and away we go for a gold medal at the Alberni Invitational.
Guilford Park has always been a strong school, particularly in the boys division, and they've got a veteran coaching staff over there in the corner of the Vancouver College. You got Mike Roselli, who started the team there 3 years ago. And the Vancouver College wrestler here looking to capitalize on a counter. And he's had a cradle locked up. He looks like he's lost it, but he's almost got a takedown here if he can go behind his opponent. And now he needs his opponent to have a knee or a hand touch. And there it is. There's the takedown. The 2 points is awarded. And now the Vancouver College wrestler is pursuing a turn. And wow, he's really got the shoulder going behind the head there, and looking for the pin.
No, almost a pin there.
And the pin is confirmed.
And you can hear the Van College crew in the background. They are a big team. They've come all the way from Vancouver, and they love it when they win, and that is Ilya Yakimchuk from Van College, the winner of the gold medal in the 66-kilo cadet boy weight class. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, it is a 63-kilo cadet boy weight class. In the red, actually in the purple singlet, Cole McKent from Van College, and it is Aiden Dyer Price, Queen of Angels, here in the blue. And again, another Van College wrestler here, fighting Irish, trying their best. They've had a really good showing, and made a mistake, and then there's Aiden Dyer Price all over him from Queen of Angels. Sometimes it's only one mistake, and that'll cost you.
Yeah, Tripp going for a throw there. Looks like it's going to cost Colm the match. Aiden Dyer Price smells blood, gets the pin, and the championship here in the 63-kilogram Cadet Boys division.
And he did not hear it right away, but that was a pin. So congratulations, Aiden Dyer Price, Queen of Angels, 63-kilo Cadet Boy weight class, gold medal winner. All right, next up, ladies and gentlemen, it is the 48-kilo cadet boy weight class here. It's a gold medal matchup between, it is in the red, it is Ritik Panuli from North Delta and Matthias Zachary out of Cowichan in the blue. Again, 48-kilo weight class. This is the gold medal matchup. So 48 kilos, not the biggest weight class, but definitely a lot of energy in this weight class. And it's a quick turnover right away. Matthias Zachary taking the first couple points.
Zachary doing a great job of using his length there to secure the takedown. And now he's searching for a cradle. If he can lock his hands around his opponent's neck and leg, the opponent is basically stuck in a ball, which is not a particularly strong position for fighting off your back. And it almost had it locked up there, but savvy defense from Panuli averts that near turn.
And you can see Panuli doesn't want to let the right arm go, because if he does, that right arm of the wrestler from Cowichan, Zachary, will enable him to cradle up and turn them over. And so great defense in my regard right now. And it looks like a question of points. There was some points awarded early, but we're 2:09 left. There's no points on the board, and they will give 2 to blue, as they should. And it is 2-0 blue, 2:09 left in round number 1. Here we go.
Let's see if he goes back to that movement from underneath. We see Panuli attack, and this time the counter was unsuccessful. It's looking like Panuli will probably score the 2 here.
Well, he hasn't given up the leg yet, so not full control just yet. So great defense so far by Matthias Zachary to avoid, and now he's going to turn him over in a Samoan drop, really. Unbelievable, and he got great points for that. So not only did he defend the points, he also got a couple himself, so now he's up 4-0.
Excellent job by Zachary from battling back from a poor position and never giving up and managing to take what seemed like a sure takedown and turn it into a takedown of his own.
Looks like Ritik Panuli from North Delta got up wondering what's going on. He had an opportunity there, and he looked like he had control, but didn't have full control, and it's 4-0 left now with 1:20 left, and here's Panuli again going at it, and he's going to get something out of that, and he'll get a point.
Sometimes you have to wonder, Charles, getting that close to a takedown only to have it reversed before your eyes, that perhaps there could be a demoralizing effect there, but Panuli seems unshaken, continuing to attack, and looks like he scored a 4-point there to take the lead by a point, 5-4, as we enter the final minute of this first period.
So it is now 5-4 now for the red wrestler really quickly for Ritik Panuli. And just like you said, Nolan, coming from a provincial champion yourself, you got to have that mentality. Things could have turned really bad about 50 seconds ago, and now all of a sudden he's winning with 45 seconds left in round number 1.
Yeah, an excellent job of maintaining his composure and looking like he's going to try and score a takedown here to finish the period, but Zachary battling back, gets a 4 of his own to regain the lead, and now looking for a turn on top.
Gonna try to roll him over for more points. He's already got another 4, so it's now 8-4, back and forth action. There's your roll right there, that's another 2. So that's now 10-5, and he wants to give him another toss. He's got 20 seconds left to do it in round number 1, but great defense again by Panuli out of North Delta. They're gonna stand him up. 16 seconds left. It's 5-4. Now it looks like we have a blood issue perhaps, so just got to make, and there's a little bit on the mat, so we do have a blood timeout here, it looks like.
We either have a blood timeout or they're searching to try and figure out where it could be coming from.
Looks like the hand of Matthias Zachary out of Cowichan, so they're going to go, and it's funny, the Cowichan coach, Nick Zubak, if I'm not mistaken, on the far side is coaching the other mat, and he's got the first aid kit, so they just wander on over and get the first aid kit out, and now we have to make sure that the mat's clean of all blood. Cleanliness, of course, in this sport, so we have our ADSS helpers here doing the job. Again, thank you very much to all the volunteers, all the alumni that came back to help out with this tournament. Again, we from all over the place, especially people like yourself, Nolan, come back home and make this tournament what it is.
Well, this blood time is actually pretty interesting in the context of this match. It's looking like these guys could very well go the distance here, and they take a 45-second break for approximately for the blood time. They're going to, in 15 seconds, take their 30-second break in between periods, and if either wrestler feels their conditioning starting to fail, this could be the break that really helps them catch their breath, recover a little bit, and really push here in the last 16 seconds of the period to try and get that takedown to close out the round 1.
And so round number 1 will come to a conclusion in 10 seconds. Oh, what a great step back by Panuli there, and so he may get some points at the end. But again, more great defense by the Cowichan wrestler Zachary, and that's it. No points will be awarded, and it'll end 10-5 after round number 1. And this is the first match today on this mat that has gone more than one round.
It's been an interesting match, a contrast of styles. Panuli's been coming out very aggressive and leading with his own attacks, whereas Zachary has been sitting back and doing an excellent job of countering off of his opponent's offense.
We've got some great coaching here. Got to make sure they stay warm out there. They got a minute in between, and they're right back to it. So The blue wrestler, Matthias Zachary, is already done with his instructions. And here comes Ritik Panuli out of North Delta in the red. This is going to be a great final round, back and forth in the first round. So let's see what happens in the gold medal matchup. Going for a leg, going for a single.
Zachary decides to launch an attack of his own here, gets into the leg. However, his head's covered. It may be difficult to finish. He pops his head out, which improves his position, but he also gets flattened out, which is not a great sign. Panuli here looking to break the grip of Zachary and go behind to score a takedown. Battling this position, it appears fairly static to a casual observer, but this is a very tiring position. Both wrestlers are giving it all they got to try and break that grip, and every muscle in their body is just tense trying to hold on.
Now you see it all the time. The red wrestler tried to turn around to get points. The blue wrestler was flat on his stomach, trying his best to keep his hands clenched around the red wrestler's leg. And look at that, just like that, it turns around. And in trouble is Ritik Panuli out of North Delta. Looks like points awarded for both. No confirmation yet.
Appears that the ref on the mat, Isaac McDonald, gave the 2 for the takedown, and then another 2 for a very crafty reversal by Matthias Zachary. Now Zachary working on some turns. It looks like he scored 2, and the ref are going to confer to assure that they have the correct score after that quick flurry right there.
And that's a big part of this invitational is the referees. All the alumni coming back. Some of the highly touted referees in the province come from Alberni District Secondary School and their alumni. Isaac McDonald is no different as he sits there now and he discusses with, I believe it's head officiate Chris Dix there, or Chris Dix, sorry, and just making sure, and that's exactly what it is. They're going to talk about 4 points for blue.
So they took away the takedown that Panuli had scored.
And now we're going to have a coach for, obviously, the coach from North Delta gets up right away, and he wants to have a discussion because it was, as you said, Nolan, there was 2 points awarded for blue and then 2 points awarded for red. So now the coach just wants to know what happened.
One of the fantastic things that we've seen in recent years at both the provincial and the provincial level, as well as the Alberni Invite being one of the premier tournaments in the province, is that every single mat now has a GoPro that takes constant footage of all the matches, and each referee's table is equipped with an iPad where they can go back and review every single play if they have any sort of call with which they would like to question or confirm the call on the mat. So with the team of referees and the video review, you are virtually certain that the right call will be made.
So let's see, they're still having that discussion. And I mean, every point counts. It really does at the Alberni Invitational. Like you said, this is one of the most highly touted tournaments in the province when it comes to wrestling, one of the best. And it's so to take home the gold medal is a very prestigious award, and every competitor knows that. So the coach for North Delta talking with the head official, Chris Hicks, right now, just ensuring that they get the right call. I'm not sure, and there he goes. He understands the explanation. I'm not going to say he's going to agree, but definitely as a coach, you gotta stand up for your athlete.
He understands, but perhaps disagrees. But it doesn't matter. Action is back underway here. Zachary now only a point away from a technical fall, so one takedown here could end it for him. Panuli looking to climb back into this match. A big 4 puts him right back into it.
And here we go. So it is the red wrestler trying his best to keep the action because one more point is going to cost him the match. So he's got to be the aggressor now. As the professor says, it's go time. 1:23 left in round number 2. 14-5 right now for the blue wrestler. 1 point away from winning.
Panuli's in a very traditionally advantageous position right here, but we've watched all match. Zachary has been very dangerous from that position underneath Panuli. So the ref stalemates it. And Panuli looks to be perhaps nursing an injury, but he's battling through, biting down on his mouthpiece and continuing to battle here.
And that could be the match right there, and it is. And that's all over, ladies and gentlemen. It is Matthias Zachary in the blue out of Cowichan. What a great matchup against Ritik Panuli from North Delta. You got to give him credit. Back and forth action, but the winner and the gold medalist from Cowichan, Matthias Zachary, in the 48-kilo cadet boy weight class. All right, next up, ladies and gentlemen, it is a round-robin final for the Juvenile Girls 75 kilo weight class. From Vancouver, Notre Dame, Francisca de Cotis with the red anklet. And from ADSS in the blue, Mackenzie Boudreau with a maple leaf and the ADSS logo on the back.
Mackenzie here, she has the head of her opponent controlled, trying to pull her down to the mat. Francesca manages to free her head here. This is about a 50-50 position they're battling in.
So this is a round robin final. There was a gold medal already for Riverside Secondary School, Keisha Nagor. So this is for the silver, but still a great medal to get at the Alberni Invitational.
Big throw for Mackenzie there. That puts her up with a quick 4-0 lead. Here she is searching for a turn. Looking very difficult to pull that one off. The flexibility of Francesca and able to get her leg out there to block that turn.
Dakotas from Notre Dame, very good after being down 4 points to stop the action, get a standstill, but still it's going to be Mackenzie Boudreau trying another throw and trying to get another couple points. Let's see if she can be as successful as the last time. Now it's the other way around. Dakotas from Notre Dame tries.
Yeah, it looks like both these girls are buying into the high-risk, high-reward type match. And there we see it again. Another 4-point throw, putting Mackenzie up 8-0, and she's looking for the pin here. If she can get both shoulder blades to touch simultaneously, that should terminate the match, and she does. And with that, Mackenzie Boudreau, your Armada ADSS wrestler, is the silver medalist at the women's 75 kilo Juvenile Girls division.
All right, next up, ladies and gentlemen, for everybody in Alberni Valley, it is a 69 kilo juvenile girl weight class. Paige Marr in the red from ADSS, Caitlin Jinda from Carey High in the blue. And these are two accomplished wrestlers, and this could be one of the best matches of the afternoon.
Yeah, this is an excellent matchup. Not only do you have the classic rivalry between Port Alberni and Campbell River, but both these girls were in the provincial finals at different weights last year. Paige capturing the provincial championship. So this is truly a very high-end wrestling here, very technical, and two great competitors. So
there's a lot of skill on the mat in this one, and it was just so everybody knows, the bronze medalist was Leah Auld out of Edward Mill Community School out of Souk. Another great matchup for her, but this is Paige Marr in the red, Caitlin Jinda in the blue, and it's Paige Marr up 2-0 with 2:23 left in round number one, and they're going to award a point to Caitlin Jinda, so it is 2-1 now. That's what happens when you have wrestlers of this caliber trying to figure each other out. Both technically superior athletes, so it's going to be really tough to get a bunch of major points here, but Caitlin Jinda gets two there, and let's see what happens.
Paige trying to stay strong, not give up a turn here.
And if you hear the coach, and I was looking at that, they have the points up on the wrong side. The scoreboard says 4-1, and it actually for red, but it's actually 3-2 for blue, and there it is. So the young officials there getting the job done back there. 1:54 remaining in round number one. It is Caitlin Jinda in the blue for Carey High, Paige Marr from ADSS in the red, trying a throw.
Paige getting to a very strong front headlock position there. She's very close to the takedown, 2 points, and it looks like it has been awarded. However, not confirmed by the table. She needs to get Caitlin's arm off of her knee there if she wants to 100% guarantee that she's awarded that takedown.
And a great play by Caitlin Jinda to not let go of that leg. She's using both hands now to make sure that Paige doesn't get her back. And Paige is almost there. She's got one leg and just can't do it. Great defense by Caitlin Jinda, keeping her lead at 3-2 with 1:15 left. Both athletes expending a lot of energy earlier on in this matchup with a minute left. But again, it's all about picking and choosing your spots, maybe taking advantage of a mistake, but these are two great wrestlers, not a lot of mistakes to take advantage of.
Both wrestlers battling in tight, but it's they're both a little bit tentative to truly commit to that big throw because they know that if they do make a mistake, they will pay for it against this competitor. So Paige battling to an underhook. She's got her arm hooked underneath in the armpit of the other girl, which is an advantageous position. However, She has her head on the opposite side of the arm, which isn't great, and she throws that position away and looks to reset.
Great move by Caitlin Jinda, flattening out as Paige Martin standing back up. Great defense. So again, back and forth, just like we thought this matchup would be. 15 seconds left. What a great matchup here in the 69 kilo Juvenile Girls weight class. And it's Paige Marr going for it with 10 seconds left if she can get on top. And looking for a pin. She's got points for sure. 4 seconds left. I don't know if she can pin her. She's got the underhook if she can turn it. And no, time is called, which is saved by the bell for Caitlin Jinda from Carey High. The final, or the score after one, it is 6-3 now for Paige Marr in the red.
Now with athletes of this caliber, it's very, very difficult to score a 4-point maneuver like that. And the way the rules of wrestling are set up is in the event of a tie, one of the first criteria, one of the tiebreakers, if you will, is whoever has the biggest move. And while 4 points is the biggest move you're able to score, so in the event that Caitlin does not earn a 4-point move of her own, if the match were to end tied, Paige would be the victor. So that's actually, not only does it give her the lead, but it also gives her a little bit of a cushion if the match should tighten up again in the later rounds.
So that was a big move. And again, in a matchup like this with a caliber of wrestlers like this, you don't see that too often. But Paige Marr showing she is a defending provincial champion with that great move. It's 6-3 in the final round. 3 minutes left here in the 69 kilo juvenile girl weight class. So let's see now. Obviously, Caitlin Jinda was told by her coaches that if she wants to equal that, she's got to have a 4-point throw. That's going to be really tough. But we all know what she's going to try to do if she's got an opportunity against Paige Marr.
Caitlin's holding great position here, pressuring in, looking to tie up. You can see she's hunting for a 4 of her own. No thoughts of the legs right there, looking for a throw. She goes for it, and there's a scramble, no points left. Called a misthrow by Isaac McDonald. So the way it works is if the defending wrestler, the ref determines that they haven't done anything to defend a throw, they cannot score a takedown off of it if the offensive wrestler has only slipped. So Isaac McDonald determined that Caitlin merely slipped, and so the play is blown dead. They return to standing.
So good that there's no points there. This matchup is really close as it is. 6-3, 2:05 remaining in round number 2. Paige Marr in the red from ADSS, Caitlin Jinda from Carey High in the blue. And if Paige can get her head out, she might be able to get over and take advantage. But great hold by Caitlin Jinda from Carey High. Great defense right now.
You can see Caitlin grabbing onto Paige's elbow with her right arm, and that really locks Paige in there. It makes it very difficult for Paige to get out of that position and score the go-behind. And Caitlin does exactly what she was trying to there, where she latches on and waits for a stalemate to get up into a better position.
Trying to control hands, trying to control the arms. First person to make a mistake is obviously going to cost them. 1:30 left, and again, Paige Marr, great move. Doesn't like what it was. Doesn't like the positioning, and goes back and locks up. Tries for a leg, can't get it. It's going to be move, jab, move, stick and move.
Yeah, this is an interesting contrast of styles here. As Paige is probably the more dynamic wrestler from space, more perhaps creative and offensive during the scrambles, but Caitlin does a fantastic job of maintaining her position and marching forward and always putting pressure and wearing down her opponent.
Yeah, head down with 50 seconds left. Now again, score hasn't changed, 6-3 for Paige Marr in the red. So at this point, it's go time for blue, but Paige Marr knows that. She's ahead, she's got in control at this point, so all she's got to do is not make a mistake, and she can be the gold medal winner.
Yeah, this is a pivotal moment in the match. You're going to see Paige probably try and perhaps go on the defensive a little bit, although she is pushing for a takedown here, and Caitlin is going to probably search for the big move because she really only has time for one big flurry here.
I tell you, Caitlin Jinda's been great with taking that one leg from Paige Marr, and I swear there's been at least 5 or 6 points that she has avoided with great technical. Oh, and what a great play by Blue, and that's 2 points. But is it going to be enough? It is 6-5. She's got to turn her over, and she can't do it. 3, 2, 1. Paige Marr knows it. And now we got the coach who has a question now. Anytime there's a match that is this close, the coach is going to have to come up and just talk about the point system. But we were treated to a great matchup here no matter who the winner is in the end, but we do think it's Paige Marr in the red from ADSS.
So I'm almost certain that Coach Mike Muncy is just confirming that the action, the 2 scored by Caitlin Jinda, was off back exposure on the ground, because if it went from the feet to the ground, the transition makes it a 4-point move. But that's exactly as I suspected. It is confirmed, a 2-point takedown. Final score is 6-5, and Paige Marr, your champion over the returning provincial finalist and the winner.
All right, we're up next here, 90 kilo juvenile girl weight class, and all ADSS matchup for the gold medal at the Alberni Invitational. In the red, it is Miranda Barker. In the blue, it's Jackie Lynn Croft, and all ADSS final.
Miranda here looking for a body lock. If you can get your hands locked around the torso of your opponent, that's a very strong position and often results in a 4-point move straight to her back.
Trying a throw. Now it looks like it is Lynn Croft, or Jackie Lynn Croft trying the throw. So far, great defense. They're both trying the same move, it looks like, and no one's really been successful. 30 seconds in, and they're just both kind of hanging on at this point. Don't want to give up the back, and definitely don't want to give up the first mistake or lose their balance.
We've got almost a little bit of a game of chicken here, where they don't want to be the one to go first. And Miranda here moves to a front headlock. She's trying to pull her opponent down to the mat by her head. She's got her down. She's trying to score the takedown, and she gets it. So Miranda Barker taking a quick 2-0 lead over her teammate here in the final at the 90 kilogram junior girls division.
Now Miranda Barker, a little interesting there. They were so close out, and Miranda Barker was able to turn her opponent, so she was the one on the outside to try to push her back in. But great defense there, Jackie Lynn Croft. So it's 2-0 right now for the red wrestler, both from ADSS, with 1:45 left in round number 1.
Miranda taking an underhook here, trying to throw it by to the leg. Almost got there, but just a second too slow, and Jackie Lynn Croft defends.
And there's the balance lost, and again, Miranda Barker scoring points. Must be really tough, Nolan. You've probably done this many times, but when you have to wrestle someone that you wrestle all the time in practice, when it comes to the Invitational, especially in the gold medal, that's got to be tough.
Oh, entirely. It's definitely a tough style matchup, not only because they know all of your moves, they know all your patterns, all your tendencies, but you also know theirs, so it can be very, very difficult to put points on the board. And oftentimes you'll see athletes resort to moves that they are not typically in their wheelhouse in order to be able to score against their teammates, just because teammates know them so well. Miranda Barker here looking. She's got Jackie Lynn Croft on her back, and she's looking for the pin here. She's close.
And she's trying her best. She's already up 9-0 with 50 seconds left, so it's pretty close as it is, but great battle by Jackie Lynn Croft. She might be able to get away from it, and she doesn't. Isaac McDonald calls the pin, and it is Miranda Barker in the red from ADSS is the gold medal winner. Jackie Lynn Croft, also from ADSS, is the silver medal winner. Both from ADSS, and both medalists here in the 90 kilo juvenile girl weight class. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, it's a big matchup here. 66 kilo juvenile boys. It is in the red, technically, but it's the purple wrestler, Dylan Villarreal from Van College, and it is ADSS's own Owen Spencer in the blue. And we started the match already, but there seems to be a bit of problem with the clock. Nope, just making sure.
Owen is a returning silver medalist. He captured the silver medal at the provincial championships here in Alberni just 1 year ago, and he's looking to improve on that performance. And a win here at the Alberni Invite would really serve as a great catapult, moving him into his junior year provincial championships and trying to capture that elusive provincial gold.
And the big Van College crew is here as well, so you can hear them whenever Van College does something good. So we've got a pretty good crew here for ADSS and a pretty good crew here for Van College, who were part of the dual meet yesterday. And here we go, and Owen Spencer turns that around, and he's able to get on top. That is points, and away we go.
A great back and forth there, and a great feel by Owen to, instead of battling his opponent's motion there, he went with it and used his opponent's strength and his opponent's motion against him. And here he is going to work on top. He's got a leg in, and he's trapped a shoulder here. And Owen is excellent from this position. He has a great feel, and he oftentimes puts up can kind of run away with a match when he's able to get his legs in like that.
Like an alligator death roll, he's got 2 points every time he turns them around, so he had 2 times that time, so it looks like it's a 6-0 match for Owen Spencer in the blue, and the referees are just going to talk it over to ensure, but great set of moves, and like you said, using the competitor's momentum in your favor, and that's exactly what Owen Spencer did.
I think they're debating over whether or not there was a 2-point exposure scored before Owen scored the takedown.
Oh, and there it is.
And that's exactly what it is. So the updated score should be 5-2 for Owen Spencer.
No, they gave an extra 2.
Oh.
Well, we just want to make sure we got this right. It sounded like Chris Hicks was, the referee, Chris Hicks was saying it was 1 point additional for red and 2 points additional for blue.
So the change in scoring will be if the exposure was given a red, which it appears it has been, on that initial takedown, Owen's 2-point takedown actually becomes a 1-point reversal, which would make it 2-1 for red. And then Owen has the 3 turns worth 2 points apiece, which would make it 7-2. And that appears to be the score they are going with as we move into the latter half of the first period here.
Yep, just under 2 minutes left. 7-2 for Owen Spencer, but he might give up the back right away. But Villarreal, oh, what a great move by Villarreal. And that's a quick 2 points for Van College, but it looks like Owen Spencer wants to get on top, and he does. And now it's go for Owen Spencer. That could be a pin. Oh, and that is Owen Spencer turns that around right on the edge of the mat. So many things could happen there. Could have been out, could have been turned over on his back, but it's Owen Spencer from ADSS with the quick pin here in the 66-kilo Juvenile Boys weight class. All right, next up, ladies and gentlemen, 63-kilo Juvenile Boys, another big matchup here in the, this is a round robin, so it could be either way, but still, Alan Ding from Burnaby Central in the red, and Seth Price in the blue from ADSS. So let's just go through this really quickly. If Seth Price wins this matchup, he'll be the gold medal winner, and Alan Ding from Burnaby will be the bronze. If Alan Ding beats Seth Price, then we won't know until after the tournament's done on who the gold medal is. So, but as of right now, Seth Price from ADSS, and right now it's Alan Ding up quickly, what looks like 4 points, and Seth Price also with 4 points, but I see no points on the board just yet. Oh. And it's 4-4 each, so 2 big throws right off the bat.
So Seth kind of right out of the gate went for a bit of an unorthodox maneuver there. It ended up costing him 4, but he was he maintained his composure. He kept on the offense, and he is in short order put up 12 points as they answered Alan Ding's first 4.
Unbelievable! What a turn of events for Seth Price. It was 4, and then 4, and then 2, and then 2, and the 12 points hasn't come up just yet. The 12th point, and we just got to talk about it now because I think that's it. I think there was 2 all ready to make 12, and then another 2 right there on Seth's turn outside. So it's 1:58 left. The score could be 14-4 in a technical superiority for Seth Price, but we're just about to find that out right now as the referees talk about it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the final score is. There was 1 turn that was somewhat questionable, so we'll see if that ends up being 2. So it will either be 12-4 or 14-4. 14-4 would, in fact, result in a technical superiority, and the match would be over.
Burnaby Central coach over there now talking it over. But Seth Price just went on a rampage after the first 4 points. So I think it's going to be 12-4. We're just going to talk it over still, but it looks like over here the Bodners are giving the instructions. Coach Bodner and Coach Bodner squared over here. Looks like Chris is giving the instructions. So 12-4 is the score, 1:58 left. What a great first minute for Seth Price.
And a takedown here for Seth clinches it. You can see he looks very relaxed in there. He's almost flowing from position to position. And just like that, he ducks a head and arm attempt from Alan Ding, and that is it. 14-4. Seth Price shows why he is the returning provincial silver medalist and captures the gold here in the 63-kilogram Juvenile Boys division.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the matchup we've been waiting for. This could be a really good one. It's ADSS all the way around, 90 kilo Juvenile Boys weight class. It is Scotty Coulthard from ADSS in the blue and Jace Clayton from ADSS in the red. This could be the matchup of the day.
Yeah, these two athletes have been competing against each other in and outside of the practice room for a long, long time. Jace was started out wrestling for Alberni in our elementary school program, and Scotty's dad, Owen, was a provincial champion for the Armada. So both these two have been on the mat since they were very young and around the same size, so they know each other very well. It'll be interesting to see if they're able to generate offense since they know each other's skill set so intimately.
Yeah, I'm not going to date myself there, but I remember Owen, his dad, Scotty's dad, Owen, winning, and Scotty when he was just a little kid coming to the Invitational and sitting at the table with us. So really nice to see him here in the final. And against Jace Clayton, another accomplished athlete himself, both from ADSS. 2 minutes in and no score just yet, and could be a push out here. And it is. It's a first points by Jace Clayton, 1 point. Two minutes left. 1-0 for the red wrestler, Jace Clayton. But again, this is going to be a bit of a feel-out process early. Like you said, they probably battle each other multiple times every week, and now here they are for the gold medal at the Invitational.
Here they are battling for head position. So in wrestling, the advantageous position when you're standing is to have your head facing your opponent and their head facing somewhere other than you. So these two wrestlers are meeting head to head, and they're battling and grinding heads, trying to get an angle on their opponent and then exploiting that to launch into an attack.
And it looked like Scott tried to turn it around there, but was able to get away from Jace. Just a little feel-out process. Again, this is one of those matchups where the first mistake could really cost you. And then again, with these two wrestlers, not a lot of mistakes happen. So, and again, with the experience and pedigree, you'd expect a low-scoring affair here, and that's exactly what we've got. With 1 minute left, it's 1-0 still for Jace Clayton on a push-out. And trying to control the arms, put your arms around, but again, Scotty Coulthard able to get away from that and try to control the hands and try to get in there.
Both wrestlers trying to tie up and search for a body lock here. We saw Jace shoot for one. However, there's a savvy there. They've seen each other's toolkits. They've seen each other's arsenals before, and it'll be very difficult for one of them to catch them in a move like that. And looks like Jace has got to a body lock. Now he's looking to take Scotty to the ground.
And that's a tough one. And right in front of us here, some great action, and we're going to give it to Scotty Coulthard there, 2 points, and he's pretty happy about that as he gets up. So 16 seconds left. 16 seconds left. It is 2-1, I believe, or is it just 1-1? Looks like
I'm interested to see what the call is there, because that could be any myriad of calls. 2 takedown for blue. You could give the push out for red. You could give the push out for blue, and it looks like they've settled on the call made on the mat by veteran referee Chris Hicks, and that is 2 blue. And Scotty finishes the first period with a 2-1 lead over teammate Jace Clayton.
Yep. Now, great action, like you said, with wrestlers with this pedigree, this accomplished. These athletes, you're going to see a low-scoring affair. So to see a 2-1 score after one period is not uncommon. So what it is now is, again, taking advantage of the first mistake if you can find one. But these two guys have been really good so far in this matchup.
Oftentimes in this kind of situation of wrestlers of this caliber, in a tight match like this, conditioning ends up being the factor. However, in this match, that's probably highly unlikely, considering these two have trained side by side, and I would almost guarantee that they can hang with one another tit for tat and inch for inch.
And again, as he talked about before, we had some ADSS wrestlers battling each other. Maybe it's time, you don't go to the well too many times, maybe it's time to try something that you're not comfortable with. Maybe try a move that you practice somewhere else and try to confuse your opponent, because you're pretty predictable if you're one of these wrestlers to the other wrestler. So, and Jace Clayton giving it up.
Jace chasing a big throw there. It looks like the coaches perhaps may look to argue that as a missed throw. Some signaling from Coach Badavinik in Jace's corner. However, it looks like there's not going to be a protest here, and action will continue. Scotty leading 4-1 here with about 2 minutes left in period 2.
Yeah, that was a tough one. It looked like it could have been a missed throw, but Scotty there gets his 2 points, and so Jace Clayton's got a little bit of work to do now with down 4-1 with 2 minutes left in round number 2.
The other thing is Scotty has 2 2-point takedowns, so a 2 and a 1 to tie it will not give Jace the lead. He needs 2 takedowns of his own to take the lead 5-4 outright, or a 4-point move.
So there you go, just like that. Jace has got a little bit of work to do. 1:45 left, but again, we're going to see Scotty Coulthard doing his job and defending this quite well, knowing he's up by 3 points here in round number 2. As you can hear in the background by James Messenger, both athletes know each other's tricks, so if it's go time, it's going to be something unconventional, I think, at this point for Jace Clayton.
Jace here pushing in, pressuring in. A strategy here could be to play the mat position game and try and force his opponent into the edge. That way the opponent has to, Scotty would have to react to stay in, and you can capitalize off that movement. Scotty doing a fantastic job of circling in, though, and not letting Jace execute this strategy. Scotty wants to keep this match right in the middle of the mat where there's lots of space for her.
Yep, and you can see it, Scotty's working the middle circle. Huge. So he knows he's got mat awareness. He's well aware where he's supposed to be, and Jace Clayton's going to try to push him out. But again, that's what wrestling's all about. And Scotty knows, again, with his history, his experience, and his pedigree, he knows where he has to be here. With 35 seconds left, Jace Clayton taking a quick look at the clock, knowing that, as the professor says, it's go time.
Yeah, look for Jace to look for a big throw here, something that's going to score him 4 points, because he realistically needs to put up 4 in one fell swoop here in the dying seconds in order to win this one.
There we go. He did it. He's got a leg, but so does Scotty. And it could turn into something big for Jace Clayton if he can stand up. 13 seconds left. Scotty knows it. And that's going to be something.
There's a 2 for Jace, but he needs a turn. Scotty defending, dying seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, almost a turn.
Oh,
and no points ruled on the mat. About as close as you can get, ladies and gentlemen. 4-3 for Scotty Coulthard. Fantastic match here to conclude the finals between 2 very tough Alberni competitors.
Unbelievable matchup, ladies and gentlemen. You were watching a treat right now, and he was about 2 seconds away from turning Scotty over and getting an extra 2 points, but he couldn't do it. The winner, Scotty Coulthard from ADSS in the blue. Gold medal winner, Jace Clayton. ADSS is the silver medal winner in the 90 kilo Juvenile Boys weight class.
Well, that does bring us to the end of the 36th annual Alberni Invitational Wrestling Tournament, and what a tournament it was. Nolan, what is your takeaway? What was your highlight?
Oh, we saw lots of fantastic wrestling here, but my personal favorite match was the final match between 2 very tough Armada competitors. It was just great to see our homegrown teammates duke it out here on the soil.
And these are 2 young men that practice against each other all the time. There's got to be a bit of a rivalry. Who's going to win it?
Well, we'll see at the provincial championships, but they've been back and forth for many years now, and it's remarkable that they can maintain a friendship and still be such fierce competitors on the mats.
Absolutely. Charles, how about you? What was your highlight of the night?
Oh, the last match for sure. Also Paige Marr's match as well. 2 highly skilled wrestlers. And it's always good to see those low-scoring affairs going down to the last second. So that's what the Invitational is all about, and we wish all the best to everybody in the provincials coming up.
Absolutely, all the best. Good luck in the provincials, and congratulations to all the wrestlers who were on the mat today with us. From Shaw TV, from Shaw Spotlight, I'm Nancy Wilmot.
I'm Charles Mealy.
And I'm Nolan Badavinik.
Thanks for watching.